What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with game number 2. This Divine Intervention Age of Mythology action. First game. Wait, what? Are these the right gods? Yoshi is not meant to be Zeus 2 times in a row. I must have made a mistake in the god picker there. Unfortunate, but we see Yoshi moving in game number 2 on Zeus. And Tigerbot's now having to play Thor here against Zeus. We'll see how things are going to mount up in this game. But a very, very interesting map here to kick this one off. So Zeus versus Thor, but with a huge oasis in the center of the map, but with a huge amount of hump. This changes the theory crafting of some degree here in the back of one's mind. This has to change the way that you're thinking about this map, because Oasis normally is very low hunt, very boomy, very easy to defend. But if you have a whole bunch more hunt, maybe because it's so easy to hunt, so easy to defend, but there's a lot of hunt, now we start getting into some timing attack territory. Some like 2 town center, kind of fast heroic kind of action from the Greek player. Those sort of ideas, maybe some sort of Njord kind of timings from the Thor, not Njord, he doesn't have Njord, but maybe like a Flaming Weapons timing or a fast Ragnarok type thing from the Thor player. Lots of options. We'll see how this game is going to go, but oftentimes when you have a huge oasis like this does end up meaning games are going to go for a very, very long time. Because it can be tough to kill off your opponent if there's easy ways to defend. Gold mine wise, there's a good amount of gold mines on the map as well. So this will be keeping the map going for quite some time here as well. As I mean, what else could you do? I mean, you can always just go for a stock standard Athena rush here. Position forward with your military buildings, maybe down on this side, maybe down on this side, hit this position, rush through. But you've already got the walls coming up here. Generally speaking, if you get a wall from your tower up to this position, life becomes very, very good for yourself there. Life becomes very, very good for yourself. And here's another thing here that Tigerbots is doing nicely. He's spotted this hunt, and he's just moved out to it. He's just like, I'm going to eat this hunt, and this hunt that's right underneath my town center, I'm going to keep for later. And this is a play that I can totally respect, because this hunt, this hunt here is really, really safe. It's right underneath Tigerboss's town center, Theros' town center. So there's no real problem with him going over there. The problem actually, though, is that this gold mine is exposed, and Theros did use his Dwarven gold mine there. So Yoshi's probably going to be thinking about that as his temple is coming up. Lots of villagers onto the gold mine. Again, we saw this from Yoshi last game with his Zeus. This might just be a standard opener, but it does indicate to me as the observer, and if I was to scout this out, I would be either expecting to see Hippocon, or more likely expecting to see a Farcican town center from that amount of gold villagers this early. But we'll see what's going to happen here. There's 2 villagers on the favor for some reason here for Yoshi. Athena coming through, and we've got 6 villagers on to 7 villagers onto the wood. So this is without doubt going to be a fast second town center. The question is, which one do you go for? The one back here, which he hasn't scouted, it's obviously going to be in this position, or over here on the front, where I mean, it kind of defends the back gold mine. He's got some hunt behind it. There's some Aurochs you could potentially drag in. There is this forest here that could be opened up. This forest over here with the forest fire could be a problem there as well. But we'll have to wait and see how things are going to go. But obviously, we do see the Freya coming through here for Tigerboss. And we'll see how the game is going to continue here. Relics over here, we do have the Girdle off Hippolyta, 5%, Toxotes, Chariot Archer, Thrown Axeman hit points. Over here, we've got the Pandora's Box, which is giving you the extra 25% myth unit speed. We've got the Auroch here, but we got the Blanket of Empress Zoe on this position there, 5% extra or minus 5% building vulnerability. And the Mythril Horseshoes in the top corner of that. This is a great relic, though. On a map like this, speed is not going to be of the utmost of importance for your cavalry, though it can help out quite considerably there. That's Katoskabos getting drawn back. Yoshi very smartly going to be leading that Hursa away from the town center for the time being. As Jason queued up, I imagine we'll see Yoshi getting his Odysseus as soon as he possibly can. Or maybe not. No Odysseus? There it is. Odysseus as soon as he possibly can. And the walls coming up. Longhouse is coming up for Tiger Boss. As generally speaking, when you're playing against Athena, you're scared. As Thor, you can't scout. You don't know what's going on. We do see the bolt onto the Valkyrie there. He sees the town center. And now he goes, all right, I made a slight mistake. Let's rectify that. Take these villagers, put them onto wood, get the town center up, and be in a good position. But the Minotaur coming through here, the villagers have to retreat back. They really don't want to do that. They want to move up here. As the Herso are going to move up here to try and defend. You've got to micro this. Don't run with the ox cart. It's 2.9 speed. And a villager down there. That's just because the villagers were moving with that ox cart there. But the Minotaur looks like it will get taken down here. Hersos have 4.2. Oh, they're 4.2 speed. I thought it was 4.3. Anyways, the Minotaur and the Herso are going to chase each other. And it looks like said Minotaur might lose its life here. Might not. I don't know. Villagers coming forward trying to get up some walls on the front. Pick up the relic. So Theseus going to get some good damage done here. Will this win? No. Villager down. Tango down. But Yoshi's 2 town centers. So losing a villager there's not the worst thing in the world. There's husbandry coming through. So many cows. 16 cows here. An incredible amount of resources on that position. As the Minotaur finally goes down on that position. And Theris here still not dropping his town center. I'd love to see him just grab it and just call it a day. But we'll see what his sort of plan is here. Lots of resources. Grabbing this town center would probably be a nice thing for him, but I don't think it's going to be possible. So better to just go for the top one. So Jason pulling back. Everyone retreating. Villagers coming out of this town center as well. Hoplites, Toxotes, all the good stuff. And we do see a longhouse coming up here for Tiger Boss as the game continues. And maybe he's going to try and put some pressure on. Okay, he wants the town set. I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Yoshi's got some hoplites coming out. He's got some archery ranges up, so he's going to be able to spam that. We see hand axe, pickaxe coming through for Theris, but he's taking his time with these units here. The problem is it's 55 population for Theris to 41 for Yoshi, and a whole bunch of that population needs to be on the town center to be building it. As the army comes through, Yoshi going to be a little bit population blocked here as the hoplites turning around, getting some good damage done over here as they're running straight for these villagers, but the villagers going to get pulled off and start shanking here. There's no problem with that. The question is, can Theris kind of get this town center up in the end? We do see a cheeky little forest fire opening up this town center. I like that forest fire. Opens this position up nicely, but now Yoshi pushes forward. Villagers turning around, shanking down these raiding cavalry here. We do see Yoshi a little bit housed. Is he getting houses up anywhere? It looks like he's not. He's kind of missed out on that one. As Theris' army is starting to get a little bit more scary. Villagers getting pulled forward here. Very low HP villagers there as well. But still no houses coming up. This will be enough time here probably for Theris to get his town center up and continue the game. As now he can move up and grab these aurochs up here and then grab these deer over here. It's so nice. Grab these deer over here. Grab these berries over here. Yoshi trying to push forward. Villagers coming forward here. A villager rush of some degree with restoration is going to be a pretty nasty affair in this game. The one villager falling already. Still no restoration, getting dropped down. Lots of very low HP units. 2 villagers down, 3 villagers down. Still no restoration. What is happening here? There's the restoration finally after a whole bunch of units have fallen. As we do see now, Theris needs to retreat back. At this point, going to be running through here, and the town center has been denied for the time being. Villagers can retreat back over onto the hunt. And is the population equal now is the question. Lots and lots of food in the bag for Yoshi. He does have a villager there, so we can make some Minotaur, which would be really, really tough to stop. Unfortunately for Yoshi, he hasn't actually really done much damage onto this town center as these units over here getting caught out, but only a handful of raiding cavalry. They will be able to take out those Toxotes. But the Jason and Villager do a ton of damage there as well. As Yoshi is still trying to make his push with villagers here. He is ahead on villagers because he's got that town center up. So it's absolutely working for him in this game. Huge miscontrol there from Theros as his army gets caught out pretty badly there. And he gets caught out even more as the army gets absolutely ended on that fight there. So raiding cavalry down, the throwing axeman down, and now Theros is in an awful position. It's only down. He's only down five population, but an armory coming down for Yoshi. Yoshi says, "All right, the standard way to play against Norse, and this you can take a note if you're a Zeus player or a Greek player and you struggle against Norse. Take a note out of Yoshi's book here. Get to the heroic age faster. Don't go full population with the Greek army against Norse because it doesn't work out too well for you. Get heroic age. You can make Prodromus or you can make Hypaspist, and they are really good against the army. They are really good against the Norse army. So villagers sneaking down onto this position. I'd love to see a cheeky wall get thrown down here as well. Dionysus coming through for Yoshi on a map like this. I mean, I get it because he's got some favor. He's got some food on the map. Oh. No walls still up here for Yoshi. These villages are very, very precariously placed there. I get the Dionysus, but Underworld here is going to be able to get you up to this position. Kill off these dwarves. Do we see any stables? No stables, so no Prodromus. You look at all of these medium raiders. You need the Prodromus. Taking this fight before Dionysus comes in is a big mistake, and Yoshi does realize that. He's going to be retreating back here for the time being, getting underneath this town center if he can, as Theros does get the surround to some degree on these units, but a couple of hoplites sneaking through, does decide to turn around and fight underneath the town center fire right now. Small units popping out, still no stable getting thrown up, so no attempt at the Prodromus here to deal with that, as the Valkyrie here not getting targeted down by Yoshi either in this fight. The hoplites are dealing with those raiders nicely here. So it looks like Yoshi actually just wanting to utilize his Odysseus to clean up those units. We see one Hydra coming out as Yoshi has 71 favor in the bank, but he's got no food here to pump these Hydras out. Pulls the villagers off of favor. We see the Hydra moving up to the top side of the map. Look at this. He's got deer. He can make himself a four-headed Hydra without any cost to its HP. And then he can go raiding these villagers up here as well if he so chooses. Don't go for the boar. I mean, yeah, it only does a small amount of damage, but this is the free one up here. And you can also eat these. Is he going to do all of them? Yes, he is. Okay, fine. I get it. I understand. It's fine. But does he know? He does know. He knows that there's stuff up there. And no head just yet. 20 damage in. This is the most interesting thing happening on the map at the moment. 2 heads! As he moves up to these deer over here. Is he making some Hydra? Yes, he is. There's more Hydra coming through. Very, very rare to see this unit. It's a really fun unit. The problem with it is you can't heal it up in any way. And it's so good, though, if you get a whole bunch of heads, because it's 100% bonus damage per head. So 20, 40, 60 damage per second with this one. He's going to go up to soon up to 80 damage a second. That's going to be one hitting a villager. Now we can push up and start raiding this up here. Obviously, if Tiger Boss can get to the heroic age, he can get Frost Giants, and he can absolutely remove these units from the game. As the villagers moving up here, will Yoshi find the villagers, and will Tiger Boss be able to defend against it? As Yoshi's still taking this fight, we see Bronze getting thrown down a little bit late there, and it looks like Theros is going to be able to win this fight pretty easily. The Hydra does spot these villagers, and look at this damage. Dead. Oh, okay, not quite yet. Now he's got the 5 heads. And he one-hits every one of those villagers. Dead, dead, dead. That's so disgusting there. As Theros going to be retreating back here. The Ox Cart goes down. Yoshi can now move over here. The other thing is that this Hydra is also doing 50 crush damage a second. 50 crush damage a second. 100 hack damage a second. Think about how fast that town center would go down. Absolutely insane. These Hydras on the front here. This is more like what you expect from a Hydra. 2 heads at the most. Getting taken down. Still, that's a big amount of damage. 3 heads with 80 HP remaining. as he's still making a good push. This one, 2 heads in, getting some good damage done. The Hydra pushing through here, going to start taking these dwarves down. Tiger Boss not paying attention. He does have to 2-hit these dwarves because they got a little bit more HP, 100 hack damage, not enough with 25% hack armor there. As Theris does pull away. And, I mean, the other thing is that Yoshi can just pick off those villagers on the farms here as well, no problems. It does have low pierce armor, so the town center actually does get some good damage done there, but in the 14th minute, Hera is also already clicked up here for Yoshi. Tiger Boss does have to tap out. Tiger Boss making a very, very bad decision going for this forward town center here. If he was up here, just grabs this town center. He can grab this town center over here a little bit later with Frost potentially, no problems. And he would have been in a perfectly good position, but he gave Yoshi every opportunity to actually use this second town center as a pretty cheap military building in a way. Yes, it costs 700 resources to train, but you get those resources back from the villagers gathering, and then the villagers come in and they get to enjoy fighting because you have that restoration to give them a ton more HP. And Theris just could not make the comeback after all was said and done. Great game from Yoshi. Well played. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.